The plane's engines hum steadily as I stare out the window, clouds drifting lazily below. My phone glows in my hand, the family group chat open, my message already sent. Flight lands at 5 p.m. Can someone pick me up? My heart's racing, not from the flight, but from what I'm not saying. I won the lottery, millions, life-changing money, and I haven't told a soul, not my parents, not my siblings, not even my best friend. The weight of it sits heavy in my chest, like a secret too big to hold. I keep my eyes on the phone, waiting for a reply. Knowing this simple request is the first step in a plan I'm still piecing together. My brother's name pops up first. His reply is quick, sharp, classic him. Yo, you're back. I'll grab you, but you owe me dinner. I smirk, but my mind's elsewhere. How do you act normal when your bank account's about to explode? Lean back, the plane descending, and think about what this money means. Freedom, sure, but also complications. Family dynamics are tricky enough without millions in the mix. I've seen what money does. Cousins stop talking, siblings bicker over scraps. I'm not ready for that, not yet, so I've decided to keep it quiet, at least for now. The airport's coming into view, and I'm already rehearsing how to play it cool when I see my brother. He's got no clue what's coming, and I need to keep it that way. The flight attendant's voice crackles over the intercom, but I'm lost in thought, mapping out how to navigate this new reality. I've got plans, big ones, but they start with this pickup, this moment, this small test of keeping my secret. My phone buzzes again, another message, but I don't check it yet. I'm too busy thinking about how to ask for help without raising suspicion. The wheels hit the tarmac, and I'm one step closer to figuring it out. The airports are chaotic, blur people rushing, suitcases clattering, announcements blaring overhead. I weave through the crowd, my carry-on slung over my shoulder, phone still clutched tight. My brother's waiting somewhere out there, probably leaning against his beat-up sedan, scrolling through his phone. Oblivious to the bomb I'm carrying in my head, the lottery tickets tucked away in my wallet, a crumpled piece of paper worth more than he'd believe. I still can't wrap my head around it. I checked the numbers 10 times, maybe 20, before I called the claim center. They confirmed it, walked me through the process, and now it's real money's coming, but so are the questions. How do I explain a new car, a new house, without anyone asking where it came from? My family's nosy, always has been. Mom's got a sixth sense for sniffing out secrets, and Dad's got this way of asking casual questions that cut right to the bone. I'm not ready for that interrogation, so I'm sticking to the plan. Act broke, act normal, ask for small favors like this ride to test the waters. My brother's reply in the group chat was light, but he's sharp. He'll notice if I'm off. I spot the exit signs and head toward the pickup zone, my pulse quickening. I need to play this right, keep my story straight. The money's a shield, but it's also a target. I've read stories, winners hounded by friends, family, strangers. I'm not letting that happen. Not to me. Outside, the air's thick with exhaust and summer heat. Cars line the pickup lane, horns blaring as drivers jostle for space. I scan for my brother's car, the old blue Civic with the dented bumper. He's predictable, probably parked as close as he can get without circling. My phone buzzes again, another message in the group chat. Mom, this time, welcome home. Dinner's at 7. Tell your brother to drive safe. I smile despite myself. She's always fussing, always planning. If she knew about the money, she'd already be listing ways to spend it. New kitchen, family vacation, college funds for the cousins. I can't let her suspect anything. Not yet. I spot the Civic, and there's my brother, leaning against the hood, sunglasses on, scrolling through his phone like I figured. He looks up, waves lazily, and I force a grin. Took you long enough, he calls, popping the trunk. I toss my bag in, sliding into the passenger seat, and he's already talking about some new game he's obsessed with. I nod, half listening, my mind racing. How do I bring up what I need without tipping him off? I've got to ask for help. Nothing big, just enough to start laying the groundwork. Maybe a loan, maybe advice on investments. Something to test how he reacts. The car pulls out, and I'm already scripting the conversation, weighing every word. This is it, the first real test of keeping this secret while pulling them closer. The highway stretches out, cars zipping past as my brother drums his fingers on the steering wheel, music blaring from the speakers. He's going on about his job, some drama with his boss, but I'm only half here. My mind's on the money, the millions sitting in limbo, until the claim's processed. I've got plans, big ones, but they're not the kind you shout from the rooftops. I want to help my family, set them up, but I can't just hand out checks. They'd ask questions, get suspicious, maybe even resent me. I've seen it happen in other families, read about it online. Money tears people apart as fast as it brings them together. So I'm playing it slow, starting small. I glance at my brother, his eyes on the road, and decide to test the waters. Hey man, you ever think about investing? I ask, keeping it casual. He laughs, doesn't even look at me. Investing with what? My negative bank account. Perfect, he's broke, like always. I can work with that. I lean back, pretending to muse. Yeah, I was reading about some stuff online. Maybe I'll look into it. He doesn't bite, just changes the subject to dinner. Good, he's not suspicious. I've got time to figure out how to float the idea of helping without spilling the truth. The city skyline creeps into view, familiar buildings glowing in the late afternoon sun. We're getting closer to home, and my stomach's twist from hunger, but from the way to what's coming. Dinner with the family means mom's probing questions, dad's quiet stares, my sister's endless chatter. I love them, but they're a minefield. One wrong word, one slip, and they'll know something's up. I've got to keep my story straight. Just a guy coming back from a trip, nothing special. My brother's still talking, now about some car he wants to buy, and I'm nodding, but my mind's elsewhere. The lottery money's a ticking clock. Once it hits my account, I'll need a plan to manage it without drawing attention. I've been reading up trusts, investments, anonymous donations, ways to move money without waving a flag. But first, I need to know where my family stands. Are they struggling? Would they take help if I offered it indirectly? I think about asking my brother straight up if he needs cash, but that's too obvious. Instead, I steer the conversation again. You ever think about starting your own thing, like a business? He snorts. With what money? I shrugged, playing it off, just thinking out loud. He doesn't push, and I'm relieved. Step 1, plant the seed. Step 2, see who bites. We pull into the driveway, the house looking exactly like it always has: faded paint, overgrown lawn, mom's flower pots lining the porch. It's home, but it feels different now, like I'm seeing it through new eyes. The money changes everything, even if no one else knows it yet. My brother grabs my bag from the trunk, still yapping about his dream car, and I'm half listening, calculating. This house could be paid off. Mom and dad could retire. My sister could go to college, debt-free. But how do I make that happen without them knowing it's me? I follow my brother inside, the smell of mom's cooking hitting me as soon as the door opens. She's in the kitchen, apron on, stirring something on the stove. Dad's in his chair, reading the paper. It's so normal, it hurts. I want to blurt it out, tell them everything, but I bite my tongue. Instead, I hug mom, nod at dad, and drop onto the couch. My sister's voice echoes from upstairs, probably on the phone. I'm surrounded by family, but I've never felt more alone. The secret's a wall between us, and I'm not ready to tear it down. Not until I know how to do this right. Dinner's a whirlwind, just like I expected. Mom's passing dishes, dad's asking about my trip, my sister's texting under the table, my brother's already on his second plate, talking through a mouthful of food. I'm trying to act normal, laughing at the right moments, answering questions without giving too much away. But every word feels like a tightrope walk. Mom asks about my job, and I keep it vague, same old, nothing new. The truth is, I could quit tomorrow and never work again. The thought's dizzying, but I push it down. I need to focus, keep my head in the game. My sister's complaining about her car breaking down, and I seize the chance. Maybe I can help you get it fixed, I say, casual as I can. She looks at me like I'm crazy. With what? Your spare change. Everyone laughs, and I force a smile. Perfect, they still think I'm broke. But I'm planting seeds, little hints that I might have something to offer. I just need to figure out how to make it work without them asking where it's coming from. After dinner, we're sprawled in the living room, dishes stacked in the sink. Dad's flipping channels, mom's knitting, my brother's on his phone. It's the kind of night I've missed, but the secret's gnawing at me. I want to help them, but I can't just write checks. They'd know something's up. I've been researching anonymous gifts, trusts, scholarships, ways to funnel money without leaving a trail. But it's complicated. And I'm no expert. I need advice. Someone to trust. But who? My brother's too reckless. My sister's too young. And my parents would never let it go. Maybe a lawyer. maybe a financial advisor. But even that's risky word. Gets out, and suddenly everyone knows. Asterisk. I glance at my family, all of them oblivious, and feel a pang. They deserve better, and I can give it to them. I just need to be smart. I pull out my phone, pretending to check messages, but I'm Googling how to hide lottery winnings. The results are a mix of horror stories and advice, and I bookmark a few for later. For now, I'm just the guy who needed a ride from the airport. Later, I'm in my old room, the one I grew up in. The walls are still covered in posters, the bed creaks like it always did. It's like stepping back in time, but I'm not the same person. The lottery's changed me, even if I don't want it to. I lie on the bed, staring at the ceiling, my phone glowing with articles about managing sudden wealth, trust funds, investments, tax loopholes. It's overwhelming. I need a plan, but I also need my family to stay the same. I don't want them treating me differently, looking at me like I'm some golden ticket. That's why I'm keeping it secret, at least for now. But I can't help forever without them knowing. I think about my brother, how he's always scraping by, and my sister, stuck with a junk car. I could fix that, quietly, if I play it right. Maybe set up a scholarship for her, or find some deal for him. But every move's a risk. I close my eyes, trying to picture how to pull this off without losing them. Morning comes too fast. Sun's streaming through the blinds, and I can hear Mom in the kitchen, clattering pans. I check my phone, still no word from the lottery people, but it's coming soon. I need to be ready. I head downstairs, where my brother's already eating cereal, scrolling through his phone. He looks up, grins. You sleeping in like a king or what? I laugh, but the word king hits hard. That's what I am now. In a way, a secret king with a fortune I can't show. I sit across from him, grabbing a bowl, and decide to push a little further. You ever think about getting out of debt? I ask, keeping my tone light. He groans. All the time. Man, but it's not like money grows on trees. I nod, acting sympathetic, but my mind's racing. I could pay it off. All of it, without blinking. But how? A fake loan. A gift card that fell off a truck. I need to research more, figure out the mechanics. For now, I just listen, letting him vent, gathering intel. The day passes, in a blur of family stuff, helping Mom with groceries, watching TV with Dad, dodging my sister's questions about my trip. Every moment feels like a test, a chance to slip up. I'm hyper-aware of everything I say, every move I make. The money's a shadow, following me everywhere. I keep checking my phone, half expecting a notification from the bank, but it's too soon. The claim's still processing, and I'm stuck in this limbo, pretending to be the same old me. By afternoon, I'm restless, so I borrow Mom's car and head to a coffee shop, somewhere I can think. I pull up my laptop, start digging deeper into anonymous giving. There's stuff about donor-advised funds, trusts, even fake contests you can rig to funnel money. It's a lot to take in, but it's a start. I sip my coffee, watching people come and go, and wonder how many of them are hiding something big. Probably none as big as this. Back home, my sister's in the living room, complaining about her job. She's part-time at a retail store, barely making enough to cover gas. I see my chance. What if you went back to school? I say, testing the waters. She rolls her eyes. With what money? College is a scam anyway. I don't push, but I file it away. A scholarship, maybe. Something from the community she'd never trace back to me. I'm starting to see how this could work. Small moves, quiet moves, but it's a lot to juggle, and I'm no mastermind. I need help, someone who knows money, taxes, laws. I think about hiring a lawyer, but even that's tricky. Small towns talk, and I can't risk word getting out. I pull out my phone, start searching for financial advisors who specialize in lottery winners. There's a whole world of people like me, apparently, all trying to stay invisible. Dinner's quieter tonight, just me, Mom, and Dad. My brother's out with friends. My sister's at work. I'm grateful for the break. Fewer eyes on me. Fewer chances to slip. Mom's talking about the neighbors. Dad's grumbling about bills. I listen, nodding, but my mind's on the money. I could pay those bills, fix everything, but I can't just hand it over. They'd ask too many questions. I think about setting up a trust, something they'd discover later, but it's complicated. I'm no expert, and the internet's only so helpful. I need to talk to someone, but who? Not family, not yet. maybe a friend from college, the one who's good with numbers. But even that's a risk. I clear my plate, offer to wash dishes, and use the time to think. The water's warm, the clink of plates soothing, but my brain's a storm. I've got millions coming, and no idea how to share it without breaking everything. That's late now. The house quiet except for the hum of the fridge. I'm back in my room, laptop open, digging through more articles. The lottery's a blessing, but it's also a puzzle. How do you give without giving yourself away? I find a forum for lottery winners. Anonymous posts from people like me. Some talk about trusts, others about fake businesses to funnel money. One guy says he bought his mom a house through a charity raffle. It's clever, but it's a lot of work. I bookmark it, keep reading. My phone buzzes a text from my brother. Yo, you good? Looked distracted at dinner. I stare at the screen, heart pounding. He's on to me, or at least he thinks something's up. I text back, just jet lagged, man, I'm fine. He doesn't reply, and I'm left wondering if I'm being paranoid. I need to move faster, get a plan in place before anyone starts digging. The next morning, I'm up early, the house still, asleep. I sit at the kitchen table, coffee in hand, staring at my phone. The lottery office emailed my claims almost processed. It's real, it's happening, and I'm running out of time to figure this out. I've got a list now: lawyer, financial advisor, maybe an accountant. People who can help me hide the money while using it to help my family. I think about my brother's debt, my sister's car, my parents' mortgage. I can fix it all, but I need to be invisible. I start drafting an email to a lawyer I found online, someone who specializes in high net worth individuals. It feels weird calling myself that, but it's true. I'm not just me anymore. I'm a millionaire, a secret one, and I've got to play this right. My brother's car keys jingle. In the hall he's up, heading out. I close my laptop, take a deep breath, and get ready to face another day of hiding the biggest secret of my life.